Hi everyone, it's the Comic Fan Man here coming at you with another video. And in today's video, we're going to have a look here at the Marvel Comics celebrating their 85th anniversary with their Marvel Legends Skaar, Son of the Hulk. And yes, this is a deluxe figure. It's in a big box. As you can see, it's got the celebrating Marvel 85th anniversary, the art and the logo on the bottom, and the art panel on the back. And yes, this was before Marvel was giving credit to their artist. You did see that in my Odin Allfather that they actually had a credit for the artist. They did not do that on this figure. But yeah, he looks really fantastic. I don't currently have a Ogre figure, so I figured I would get him to be like an Ogre figure in my collection. But I really love him. I think he looks fantastic. Let's open it up and see what's inside. All right, so here he is, Skaar, Son of the Hulk, with all of his accessories on. And yes, this is a great figure by Hasbro. Yeah, a friend of mine put me onto him, and he told me he would probably really fit well into my collection, and he was not wrong. And yeah, I definitely, one of the things missing in my fantasy style collection is an Ogre. The other thing that's missing from my my legend style collection is the Hulk. So here I got both of them at once with this figure. And he's great. He's big, he's chunky, he's heavy. Let's take a look at his weapons real quick. They did a really nice job with this. Fantastic. The sculpting is really nice. They could have done a little bit like something else here just to make this look a little bit more separated from the handle here, the guard. The guard looks basically the same color. It's definitely a different plastic. It's lighter, but you know, they could have done something like a wash or something to make it a little bit more differentiated. And look at this little tiny dagger of his that is bigger than most of the swords on most of my figures. This thing is amazing. I love the design that they did on this. And I think it looks fantastic. He comes with these extra set of hands, these weapon holding hands. This one has the vertical hinge. This one has a horizontal hinge. And really nice work. Great sculpting. They didn't do much on the paint, but Hasbro doesn't really do that much paint. But the sculpting is really nice. And take a look at the alternate head sculpt here with the wind blowing his hair forward. I love that look. And look at the face. That is the face of a menace. Look at that. I love the way the eyes are glowing there. That looks fantastic. Great job. And now let's take a look at the figure himself of Skaar. I do not know much of this character. I know this was off of World War Hulk, or it was like shortly thereafter, where Planet Hulk, and then something happened with a ship and destroyed the planet that he was on, so he went back to attack. But while he was on that planet, he had a child with one of the aliens, and it was this character, Skaar. I like the tattooing that he has there. That is comic accurate. He does have that in the comic. There's a very small butterfly joint, nothing major there. But yeah, he's got the articulation, single jointed elbow, but you know, his muscles are going to be really big, so that's kind of accepted. So back and forth rocker, not too much there, but again, he's big, he's massive. Look at these legs. When you do the splits, like he goes about that far, the shorts right up, but that's pretty good. That's not bad. And then you just bring it down, thigh swivel, double jointed knees, ankle rockers, really nice. Goes forward about, oh, there, and he can go back. Oh, no, you see, sometimes Hasbro figures, their joints are seized. Yeah, his ankles are seized up. I'm gonna have to heat that up so that they can move around. But, you know, again, he is supposed to be like the Hulk, so, you know, he's not Spider-Man. I'm not looking to put him in Spider-Man posing. But, yeah, but for what he is, really, really great. And he definitely fulfills that missing niche in my fantasy shelf. He comes with 2 punching fists on. Look at that. Nice work there with the wraps. Really nice. Little bracer there. Again, it would have been nice if they would have had some metallics, but there's no metallics whatsoever. And here's a sheath for his teeny tiny dagger that's bigger than most swords. Well, let's take a look at the head sculpt here. Look at this. They did 2 little hair strands here that you can move out of the way so that you can see his face. Fantastic. Now that's a grimace right there. Like that's a mug. He is not happy. You took his juice and now he's not happy. Very, very cool. All right, let me put his swords on. All right, so here he is holding his sword, looking menacing, threatening you, like, yeah, come at me, bro. And as you can see, the dagger fits nicely in his back. Changing out the hands is nice and easy. Changing the head was nice and easy. Here, let's just put the dagger in his other hand while we're at it. And there you go. Now he's dual wielding his blades. Yeah, definitely looking for a great old fight right there. Again, I was no longer collecting comics by the time Skaar came out, but I did, you know, I've seen some art panels of it, and, you know, World War Hulk, Planet Hulk, and I know that Thor Ragnarok had played off of some of that, and unfortunately She-Hulk introduced Skaar in the most dumbest way possible. But, you know, it is what it is. Hopefully Marvel will be correcting that in the MCU, and we'll get a proper Hulk Skaar face-off, because I know that they faced off in the comics. So hopefully they'll give us a proper Hulk Skaar storyline in the movies. I mean, Hulk has really gotten, unfortunately, since Endgame, like, he was just, his character has been murdered. Actually, even before Endgame, during Infinity Wars, that fight between him and Thanos, they just, like, they punked the Hulk, and that was one of the story arcs that really bothered me about the Infinity Wars and Endgame, was how they treated the Hulk. Also, how they treated Thor. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. It was awful. But as for this figure here, as you can see, he looks fantastic. And if I may, Marvel Legends, whoever's in charge of Marvel Legends, let me just say, if I know I know that they do a lot of reuse on their figures, and I would say that if you want to reuse this figure like one for one without changing anything, all you need to do is change the color plastics. This would make, for me, a fantastic Conan figure. If Marvel Legends can do like a Conan, like based on their comics, like I would use this exact body, obviously maybe change up, you know, the fur, the detailing, like the stones here, and put something a little bit more Atlantean for Conan or Sumerian, I think that would be fantastic. I think this is just like a perfect, like that's a face of Conan right there to me. Like if he was human flesh tone, like this would be just an amazing Conan figure. So Marvel Legends, if you want to make some money and, you know, just reuse this, I personally, if it was me, I would reuse this to make a Conan the Barbarian figure, because I think that would be fantastic. All right, let's do some comparisons. All right, here he is alongside Marvel Legends Ultimate Captain America, who I turned into Old Man Cap. And yeah, they look fantastic together. I think this looks really cool. And yeah, this gives us a really good idea of Hulk's size. Really amazing. And like I said, you know, yes, he is Skaar, but I can definitely use him as, you know, a Hulk on my shelf. Excuse me, Bruce Banner Hulk. He looks fantastic. Here he is alongside my Diamond Select Thor, and as you can see, he is bigger than Thor, and that's a good proportion because Diamond Select do their figures in 7-inch scale, and as you can see, he is definitely bigger than him, so I think that works out really good. Hulk is obviously physically bigger than Thor, but for me, I have always thought that Thor was stronger than the Hulk. I do know that the Hulk has picked up his hammer in the comics, you know, by sheer force of will. But for me, I've always thought of Thor as being the strongest of the Avengers. But yeah, they work really well together. And here's the one Marvel Legend that he is definitely not bigger than, Odin Allfather. And as you can see, Odin Allfather is definitely taller than him. As far as thicker, yeah, he is definitely thicker than him. So Odin Allfather is definitely bigger than Skaar altogether. But yeah, they size up really well together, and you can definitely see that this would be a fantastic fight between them two. Odin Allfather was definitely one of my favorite figures to come out in 2024. And yeah, happy to put him alongside Skaar here. I think that looks like a fantastic team up. What the heck would you do if you see these two giants coming at you? And here how he sizes up with Masterverse He-Man. As you can see, he's definitely still bigger than Masterverse He-Man. But as we all know, He-Man is the most powerful man in the universe. So how do you think this battle is gonna go down between the Hulk and He-Man? Let's go. All right, so I do want to try to make him into an ogre. So I'm going to switch out his armor real quick and see if I can make him more ogre-esque. All right, so here's my quick little KITBASH to turn him into a fantasy ogre. And I think that came out okay. This is the armor from the new Eternia Ram Man, and as you can see, it is the perfect size. It fits on him fantastic. It's even got, like, you know, skull in the middle there, and this is the Mythic Legion's ogre head, helmeted head that came with the Battle Cat Mythic Legions figure that I got. And yeah, it works out really well. The green, obviously, the green is off. If it would have been a lighter green, it would have been better. But yeah, not bad, not bad. It definitely looks like an ogre, and I can definitely use him on my shelf. And leaving the armor on him for his regular look. Unfortunately, with this harness, this one doesn't work because of this hair. It's just too long, and it doesn't let the head snap on. But with the short-haired version, with the windblown haired version, definitely fits. So yeah, I might actually leave that harness on him because I think it looks great. Ooh, I wasn't sure if he can do it, but yeah, look, he can hold the sword with both hands. It goes through. That's pretty cool. I didn't think his arms would close that much, but yeah, it does. He can definitely do that. Oh, and look at that. That's really cool. You can do like a jumping and ready to slice down on your enemy type pose. That's really cool. I was not expecting that at all. Articulation is actually really surprisingly good on this figure. Not gonna lie, I'm digging it. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this look at Skaar, Son of the Hulk from Marvel Legends 85th Anniversary. And yes, as you can see, definitely fits into my aesthetic of sword and sorcery. Can definitely be an ogre character, Goliath style character, oversized barbarian style character. Amazing figure. I really like it. I know he doesn't have washes or anything like that. I've seen some complaints about that, but overall, like the figure himself is really very well put together. I really enjoy his design, his look, his aesthetics. And like I said before, Marvel Legends, if anybody's listening, if you really want to make money without having to redo much of anything, just re-release this figure with flesh tone skin and make him Conan the Barbarian. I think that would be fantastic. All right, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.